Good morning, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy. And hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is Wednesday, December 7th. I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I think we're still on YouTube. I don't know. Anyway, you can find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse, and then you can follow me there as well. And if you'd like to connect, please go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and there you'll find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information as well. That's contactlarry.com. All right, just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit that like button. Everybody who's watching online, hit the like button right now. And don't forget to hit the share button as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. You can also find Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse Show on Spotify, so please go there and subscribe as well. And you can also comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And of course, please say hi so I know you're watching. So if you're watching for the first time, please say hi. And if you haven't joined the Money Chat Now fan page on Facebook, please do that. And make sure you can always see the show. Make sure it's the right page. I see a couple of clones out there, so make sure it's the one that definitely has this show on it. Hey, if you like the Money Chat Now page, you can also see the show when I'm in Facebook jail. And again, I still don't know why I'm not in Facebook jail lately, but maybe they changed the rules because of Twitter. Who knows? Anyway, please go to Money Chat Now fan page, like it, and then you'll never miss a show due to the Facebook fascist censors. All right, on today's show, of course, we're going to be talking about the market recap. We're going to be talking about Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, China restrictions, Biden and the border, and Hong Kong housing. Real quick, a couple of people saying hi, and a couple of people saying hi real quick. We've got Ken the Troll. That's right. I got to remember. He's now Ken the Troll. He's no longer Ken the Democrat. Man, does he troll everybody? It's unbelievable. We got Peter coming in from LinkedIn. We got Deb and James and Charles and Sandra and Glenn. Thanks, guys. I always appreciate you guys watching. Why don't you guys all hit that share button right now and let everybody watch the show along with you. So hit that share button right now. And, of course, my lovely wife just says hi as well. All right, Money Chat Now is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com, and there you will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. Money Chat Now is also brought to you by our sponsor, PB Adjusting Public Adjusting Services. Hey, if your property has suffered storm damage, water damage, fire damage, or even wind damage, you should contact my friend Peter at PB Adjusting. Call him at 215-388-2056. Hey, look, remember, a public adjuster works for you, not the insurance company. Pete at PB Adjusting has the experience and knowledge to make sure you get the coverage you paid for and get all you paid for when you need it most. And that's during a catastrophe. Boy, that's a long word. Call PB Adjusting at 215-388-2056 and don't get jerked around by the insurance companies. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday was certainly a crappy day. The Dow once again tanked with all the major indexes tanking. It's not really hard to believe, however, especially if you've been watching the show. I suggested several times that the market is at the top, at least for the quarter, right? The dead zone is here, and the market hit 34,000, which has been a serious resistance point throughout the year. The Dow finished yesterday at 33,596, which was down 350 points. The Nasdaq was down 225 points, and the S&P was down about 57. And this is the fifth straight day in a row for the S&P to close down, but not for the Dow. But it's pretty bad that the Dow is still down about 750 points the past 2 days. I guess it could be worse. I guess it could happen over 2 days, and it happened over 2 days instead of one. Anyway, the big surprise, believe it or not, was after hours earnings report from Toll Brothers. Now, I don't know, it wasn't stellar, but it was definitely above Wall Street expectations. So the guidance was also a bit positive. So it appears that home building and home sales are not slowing down to the point that we think they are. The company issued its outlook for fiscal year 2023, expecting home deliveries to be between 8,000 and 9,000 units. So Toll Brothers is saying that they're going to do between 8,000 and 9,000 units next year, compared to over 10,500 units delivered in 2022. So they are going to take a hit, but I'm shocked that it's that big of a number. Anyway, the average delivered price per home, check this out. The average delivered price per home is expected to be the new home building price is expected to be about $975,000 a home. $975,000 a home is the new price average? Wow. They also expected their adjusted home gross sales margin to be about 27% for the full year. Home sales gross margin came in at 26.9% this year instead of 23.5%, which is what they expected. Amazing. And check this out. The average price per home last year in backlog was $1.1 million compared to $922,000 in quarter 4 2021. So who says home prices are falling? It's definitely an indication that they aren't. The stock was up a fraction last night, but from what I saw, the stock should have jumped on the earnings beat. It should have jumped a lot more. Anyway, I'm guessing the investors are waiting for the Fed interest rate hikes to truly decide what to do with this sector. If the rates are reasonable, homes will keep going up. Of course, we continue to see layoffs, and that certainly will make the situation a bit rough. We've seen over 500,000 people get laid off from tech jobs in the past 6 months, and yesterday Morgan Stanley announced 25,000 people will be laid off as well. The newly unemployed seem to be either absorbed quickly or ignored. When I say ignored, I mean the people who are unemployed aren't acting like they're unemployed yet. And the reason, of course, is severance pays, credit cards, and cash on hand. Like I said before, they're simply forgetting that things can go tough. You know, it's been such a good run for so many years that people are forgetting. The people believe nothing will change the situation. Hell, they lived through the pandemic because the government helped them. They may not believe the government will be the solution. However, they believe something will happen soon to get them out of the situation that they're going to get into. So, although I was surprised at Toll Brothers' good report and guidance, we will probably see bank stocks fall soon too. They will fall as the market falls into a recession. The last hope of making the dumb duck into a lame duck was lost yesterday when Warnock was appointed Senate in Georgia. The Republicans, I'm telling you, they're never going to win another election as long as there's mail-in voting. So don't look for help from your government. As Ronald Reagan used to say, the scariest words to hear are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help." Well, anyway, let's take a look at the futures and let's see what Wall Street thinks right now. All right, right now it looks like the Dow is down. The futures are down 160. That was a big jump. It wasn't that bad a minute ago. That's really bizarre. I wonder what happened because it wasn't that bad a minute ago. So that's surprising. Anyway, the S&P is down 28 and the NASDAQ is down 133. Let's talk about, actually real quick, I want to say hello to a couple people online before I go into the next topic. We've got Art saying hi and Marcus saying hi and Tom saying hi and the other Tom saying hi. Thanks, guys. I totally appreciate you guys. All right, let's talk about Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. Listen, for you guys who don't know, in 1941, there was a sneak attack by Japan, and it was executed against the United States in Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. Japan had been concerned that the United States might get involved in the war, and instead of waiting, they made the first strike. Eventually, this led to the dropping of the hydrogen bomb in Hiroshima and the end of the war and the destruction and deaths of many Japanese citizens as the United States, claimed victory at the end of the war. It was a very long time ago, and it's slowly being forgotten. However, Pearl Harbor Day is still observed annually in the United States on December 7th to remember and honor the 2,403 Americans who were killed in the Japanese surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. The observance of this day was declared by Bill Clinton in 1994 on November 29th. So Clinton basically issued the proclamation declaring December 7th, 1994, the first National Pearl Harbor Day Remembrance Day. As you know, our ships were sunk from the attack, and the USS Arizona sits at the bottom of the shallow water grave in the harbor. If you've ever been there, it's interesting. I remember visiting the USS Arizona Memorial about 20 years back, maybe even more. And if you have never been there, it's a solemn place. It's eerily quiet. And if you kind of feel something when you go there. I remember feeling both pride and sadness. I also watched an interesting document that told of a new system called radar that was being tested at that time. So the radar system was so new that when the operators saw the mass on the screen, that was all the planes coming in. So they saw this mass on the screen and all these planes would come in. They didn't understand what it was. They ignored it, thinking it was a flaw in the system. This mistake alone was graven for the United States. By the way, in 1990, leading up to the 50th anniversary of the attack, Congress established the Pearl Harbor Commemorative Medal. It's also known as the Pearl Harbor Survivor Medal, and it was awarded to anyone who was in the U.S. Armed Forces who was present in Hawaii in December 2nd, 1941. The medal was also awarded to civilians who were killed or injured in the attack. I was just curious. So I happened to look on eBay this morning to see if there's actually one for sale, and you can actually find one for about $150. It had the case. I obviously didn't order it. I don't know what I would do with it, but I found it interesting that such a thing was for sale. Today you'll find flags at half-mast to commemorate the day, and you might find some politicians giving some speeches about the day as well. The last known survivor of Pearl Harbor attacks died about a month ago. His name was Ed Hall, and he was 99 years old when he died, and he stressed the importance of remembering this day. In his last interview, he said, referring to the attack, "It'll be forgotten just like the Civil War or the Spanish-American War. This country better wake up, or it's going to happen again, that no one will pay attention to the warning signs like they did on the day of December 7th, 1941. Anyway, Ed Hale, his stories can be found with a Google search, and after reading a few of them, I found them to be riveting. He told the story of how he had no idea what was happening when he started to hear the explosions. He also heard the story of how he drove injured soldiers to the hospital even when his tires on his Jeep had been flat. They're kind of interesting and compelling stories. You may want to look it up. So anyway, today, spend a little time thinking about the brave men and women who woke up one day to a beautiful sunshiny day and then perished in the attack. Remember that this country defended itself, and although it took a while, the war was won by the brave. All right, let's take a break here. I'll talk to you guys in a second.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock option sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse, and of course, if you'd like more information on investor schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to welcome you back to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. You can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Hey, please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify. Like and subscribe there as well. And if you'd like to connect with me, please go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. And there you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. All right, real quick, a couple of people saying hi. We got Michael coming on saying hi and Rob coming on. Thanks so much. I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, hit the share button. All right, so far we've been talking about, of course, the market recap. Right now the Dow is down 150. The S&P is down 27 and the NASDAQ is down 127. I kind of was hoping we'd have some hope for today, but it looks like that's not going to happen. Ugh, unbelievable. All right, anyway, we talked about Pearl Harbor. We're going to be coming up. We're going to be talking about China restrictions. We're going to be talking about Biden and the border. And, of course, coming up, we're going to also be talking about Hong Kong housing and today's picks and plays. But did you guys hit that like button yet? Did you guys hit that share button? Come on, everybody, hit that like button, hit that share button. Leave me a comment to say hi if you haven't already. Leave me a comment. It's the only way I know you're watching. Please share and like as well. And don't forget to order my new book. Hey, did you guys order my book yet? Come on, it's called Money Hacks. And if you ordered it, please leave a review on Amazon. I haven't seen any new reviews, so please let me know what you think. All right, let's talk about COVID and China. So it appears that tyranny and dictatorship eventually always lead to a revolution. Well, China is primed for a revolution as the Chinese continue to be restricted, tested, masked, and vaccinated by force by the Chinese government. The madman President Jinping has declared what he's calling a zero COVID tolerance policy. This policy basically means you can't go anywhere without being tested. You literally can't go from province to province without a test. To enter a province, you need to scan a QR code on your phone and then have a test. It's amazing. It's bizarre. Hey, I reported a few weeks ago about how they held guests of Disney hostage because somebody sneezed and was tested positive for COVID. China has closed down factories and tourism during this ridiculousness. Even our dictator-like president said they went too far. Could you imagine that? About 2 weeks ago was the beginning of the change for China. A massive fire in an apartment building that was housing some residents who had tested positive for COVID was locked and sealed by the government. So as the fire burned through the building, rescue teams could not get into the apartment or the rooms that housed the lockdown people. 10 people died because of this. Well, the Chinese people who have been reaching a boiling point started to protest. Now, in an effort to keep them in control, the government has actually started to relieve some of the restrictions. Basically, in a significant easing of COVID controls, the Chinese government said yesterday that people will no longer need to show negative virus tests or health codes in order to travel between different parts of the country. The measures also said that other facilities such as retirement homes, elementary and middle schools, and health clinics still require negative virus tests or code checks. Just to reiterate, that means you still need to be tested to go to public schools. So the dictatorship continues. The Chinese people seriously need to stand up and do something about it. I gotta wonder about this. I actually gotta wonder if we as Americans have learned our lesson. When the next scandemic happens, will the people comply again? Look, I hardly complied during the last scandemic. I never wore a mask. I never closed my business. But so many other people did. In fact, unlike those with side effects from the vaccine, my pure blood is keeping me going strong. I can't get over what the government got on over us. I mean, it's amazing, right? But mostly back to normal now, except, of course, for people like Ken the Troll keep telling me to get vaccinated so he can feel like he made the right decision and he can feel vindicated on his lack of his own research. Anyway, just to get back to how the restrictions have affected China, Apple and other companies have already started to move productions to other countries. It would be nice if they moved them to this country, but then again, with Trump not being the president, they have no more incentive to move the manufacturing here. They're going to move it to other countries instead. Apple is actually moving their production to India. By the way, the economy in India is incredible, and China's going to lose out. I wonder how much the China military has been affected by a lack of morale because of these restrictions. It was about 18 months ago that the U.S. was a bit nervous that a partnership between China and Russia would form. It looks like with these restrictions and the Ukraine war, it may not happen for a while. So lucky for us, right? All right, let's talk about Biden and the border. Look, we all know how secure the border of the United States is, don't we? One crosses the border. No one crosses the border without a full background check. All the people cross the border. They're taking security, and they have to talk to security personnel, and no one gets past them. What, you don't believe me? Go ahead and try to cross the border into Mexico. These are all the things that are going to happen to you. Oh, you all thought I was talking about crossing the border into the United States. No. Come on, that's just an open field. The government sees nothing wrong with it. In fact, in a recent statement by Joe Biden when explaining why he hasn't visited the U.S.-Mexico border, he stated it's because there are more important things going on. By the way, he said this despite traveling to Delaware 59 times and stopping for, I should say, ice cream 8 times since taking office. Well, I got to tell you, first of all, ice cream is very important, especially after you fall off your bike. It makes all the boo-boos go away. But seriously, Biden defended his decision to skip visiting the border while in Arizona, telling a Fox News White House correspondent, Peter Doocy, that there are more important things going on. Yes, Biden, there are more important things going on like, I don't know, voter selection maybe? So what is really going on that he doesn't take the time to see what everyone else is complaining about? It would take him a few hours while he's in Arizona to just check it out. Oh, is he afraid of the criticism? He should be used to that already. In fact, this could be a way to mend some of those hard feelings. Visit the border, check out the problem, and come up with a solution for it. If you recall, when Donald Trump was president, Biden described the horrifying scenes at the U.S. southern border of kids being kept in cages and federal agents ripping children from their mother's arms. But nearly 2 years into his presidency, Biden has never visited this border, despite thousands of illegal immigrants flooding into the country every day and most of these conditions still being the same. But nothing to see here. The border is just fine, and Joe Biden is just a fine president. Hey, I wonder if Joe Biden eats chocolate ice cream or just plain vanilla. Or maybe he eats one of these: cookies and cream, birthday cake, cookie dough, or chocolate chip. Why did I suggest those? Because those happen to be the favorites of children. He could lure them in with those flavors and smell their hair while he eats the ice cream. I know, I'm really stretching this morning. Hey, the news is light this morning. Try doing this every day. It's tough. All right, let's get into Hong Kong housing. Hey, we've been discussing housing prices here in the United States, and of course, we see a slight drop in demand, but not necessarily a drop in prices. It actually seems like housing prices are still increasing. However, very slowly, I should say, but they're still increasing. Across the world in Hong Kong, however, we are seeing a real drop in prices. Prices of Hong Kong's residential properties plunged to a near 5-year low as rising interest rates and mass exodus of workers drove down prices in Hong Kong. According to one report, the city's property prices could plummet 25% from its previous peak in the late 2021 before it starts to recover. So what's happening in Hong Kong to cause this reduction? Well, first of all, check this out. There's an increase in interest rates. So in Hong Kong, the benchmark interest rate is now 4.28%. For a comparison, the benchmark interest rate for the U.S. is 3.75% today. Next week, it'll be 4.25 minimum. Anyway, typically banks lend at about 3 to 3.5% points over the benchmark. That means the average mortgage interest rate in Hong Kong is about 8%. Does this problem sound like it might happen here? Well, let's see what else is causing problems in Hong Kong. Well, it turns out that weaker economy caused by layoffs is also a factor in Hong Kong. Well, anyway, the next one is more of an issue than we have here at the moment, at least, and that was the COVID restrictions in China spilling over into the Hong Kong economy. But for the most part, the story is the same as it is here. Don't forget, they're predicting a 25% decrease in prices. In other words, be prepared, because it's coming. All right, everybody, let's take a break here. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Talk to you then. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and one of the most misunderstood things in America is money. That's why I've written this book. It's called Money Hacks, because everything you think you know about money is wrong. And I'm telling you, everything you think you know about money is wrong. When you read this book, you will learn things about money that you did not know. You will even learn if money can buy you happiness. I have a full chapter dedicated to that. You're going to definitely want to read that. I talk about how to use other people's money to buy real estate. I talk about how to save more money, and I even talk about how to rebuild your credit score in this book. There are 22 amazing chapters in this book. This book is now available everywhere. It's available on Amazon. It's available on BarnesandNoble.com. And you can order this book right now, and you'll have it in 2 days, and you'll start learning things about money that you never knew before. So order the book right now. Go to Amazon, go to BarnesandNoble.com, and order the book, Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. Hey, by the way, did you guys know we have a Spotify channel? You can go there and you can subscribe to the Money Chat Now Spotify channel and the Larry Steinhouse Show Spotify channel. That's right. Subscribe to the channel. You can listen to all the reports broken out. They're broken out for your enjoyment. Enjoy them. Look up Money Chat Now and Spotify and subscribe. And you should also remember that my interviews are continuing. Hey, if you or someone you know would benefit from being interviewed by me, please reach out at contactlarry.com or hit me up in Messenger. The interviews are fun, they're informative, and they're great publicity for your business. We're also looking for more sponsors of the show and the show for the Saturday afternoon show on WPHT Radio. We got a couple of new sponsors coming in January, but you are welcome to sponsor the show as well. Our sponsor program includes spots here and on PHT. Please reach out. Let me know you'd like more information on sponsorship. By the way, what are you doing tomorrow for lunch? Hey, I'm going to be meeting a bunch of people, a bunch of business people to highlight their business, and you're invited. So we're going to be tomorrow at the Temperance House in Newtown at 12 o'clock. Write this down. Temperance House at Newtown at 12 o'clock. Lunch and the meeting is just $25. Let's get together. Let's network. All right, real quick. By the way, if you are getting text messages from Money Chat Now, or if you're getting any comments in the comments from Money Chat Now, it's not us. It's a clone of our account. Please report it, because it's definitely not us, and they're trying to sell you Bitcoin. I don't know. I report it every day on Facebook, and they just don't listen to me anymore. Maybe they'll listen to you. Who knows? All right, so far, of course, we've been talking to market recap. The Dow is still down 130. The S&P is down 25. The NASDAQ is down 120. We talked about Pearl Harbor. We talked about China restrictions. And, of course, we also talked about Biden and the border and Hong Kong housing. Coming up, we have today's picks and plays. You guys hit that like button yet? come on, hit that like button, hit that share button, tell all your friends about the show, and let them know it's both entertaining and educational. Please share it on your page or on groups that you feel will also enjoy the show. Hey, by the way, real quick, I posted a question yesterday for all of you who are watching. What part of the show do you like the best? I got a couple answers, but I'd love for you guys to give me an answer. Do you like the stock market updates? Do you like the news articles the best? Do you find the stock market updates interesting? Could you do without them if I change the format of the show? Please let me know in the comments if I should change the show or keep it in its current format or make changes. What would you like to see in the new year on this show? Please let me know so I can improve the show for you guys. All right, a couple of people saying hi. We got Mike saying hi. We got Bill saying hi. My brother Seth saying hi. All right, let's talk about my market prediction. Well, yesterday, it actually took me by surprise. I was expected the market to go down before the end of the year, and I keep saying it. However, I expected yesterday to be a bit more calm. In fact, I also thought today would be the rout. Maybe we'll get lucky and today we'll bring a rally. I don't have much hope for that, but it would be nice. Right now, we're in the dead zone as the investors get ready to place their bets on earnings coming up in January. It typically means that the stocks will go down before the end of the year, so I'm going to tell you to look for bargains this week and next. I still like the cruise stocks. I still like the other travel stocks. I want Meta to go below 100 again, and I kind of think it's not going to go much lower than that in the future. And also like Apple to go down about below 140. That would be great too. All right, let's take a look at the futures one more time. We have the Dow is down 130, the S&P is down 24, and the Nasdaq is down 115. Of course, in crypto, I still don't get this. How do people continue to hold on to this? It doesn't make any sense. Ugh, all right, but they are. Bitcoin is just below 17,000. Ethereum is just above 1,200. I'm going to tell you, the only reason I can't get out of my crypto is I can't figure out how to do it. Gold and silver also have stalled. Gold is now about 1785, and silver is just below 23, so silver and gold are also stalling. But silver and gold are definitely moving in the right direction, and they're good things to hold on to. The Treasury bond is down to 3.53%, and the average mortgage rate is actually below 7 again. Not bad. Oil is dropping rapidly and is now about $73 a barrel, and the average gas price is now $3.38 a gallon. Hey, some people have been saying it's less than $3 in some place. Wow, that's cool. All right, I want to thank you all for watching Money Chat Now. We are here live every morning on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We're here at 7:30, and you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. And don't forget, we're meeting for lunch tomorrow at the Temperance House. Reach out if you can make it. Actually, just come, show up. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, my name is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now, and I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. And remember, you can contact me directly at contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and make it a profitable day.